5 just took a red light because, you know, he's the law, right? Do whatever the fuck he wants. But I'm about to stop over there, Harbor Freight real quick, get me an engine stand, so it'd be easier for me to move the fucking motor around rather than trying to lift it up. But yeah.
So, I passed out for 1 hour and I am up and I'm not tired. Aside from my eyes still trying to wake up. But got a couple packages today. So here, I got one here. So yeah, I got my head gasket, OEM from Honda. I got the fitting that I needed to go and buy. Home Depot didn't have it, so I had to get this from AutoZone. But I'm gonna be plugging up that hole in the back of the block, and then I got this bad boy right here. So let's see what we got going on. So FedEx was supposed to deliver this yesterday, and it didn't. And then they claimed severe weather. It was raining, but it wasn't that bad. FedEx stopped being a little bitch. Have your goddamn drivers deliver my shit. Funny thing is, my new neighbors, she's a FedEx driver. She delivers. But yeah. Big in a cooler. This is a 30 by 11 by 3 inch from JDM Sport. This is also going to be for my cousin. I purchased that, and yeah, should fit perfectly. Ooh, shit! Y'all hear that shit? Sounds like World War 100. No clue what that big ass bang was, but there was yelling afterwards. I don't know if that's coming from the baseball field or it's crackheads or some shit, but okay. On to the next package. We have 4 Bang Her Production. Yeah. So if y'all see my other video, the first package I got was a shirt, gray. He finally got the black one in stock, and I wear a lot of black clothing, obviously. So got me the 4 Bang Her Production in black, 3XL. I'm gonna put this on a 30 ass car. I got a ton of stickers last time as well. This time I got the giant ass 4 Bang Her fucking banner, boy. That's right. That's what's in black, so it can stay discreet, but it's there, but it's not there, but it's there. Shout out to fucking Right Hand Job Kev. If you guys looking for 4 Bang Her Production gears, hit up his website at 4bangersproduction.com. I'll link it in the fucking description below. And Kev, man, you keep coming out with new shit, bro. Keep having me returning and buying hella shit from you, and fuck, dude. I love your product, man. Waiting for that dual pull shirt and lanyard keychain thing. Okay, so package reveals are out of the way. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do today, whether I was going to continue the CRX or do the wagon. I think today I am gonna be fucking with. I'm gonna be fucking with the CRX. Why? Because I need to get out as much of the shit that belongs into the CRX out of the garage as possible. Like I need to get it out of, you know, storage because everything's starting to look hella jam-packed in here. And so yeah, today I'm gonna be doing all the undercarriage stuff, like suspension, traction bar, all that shit. I need to go pull it out of my wagon, throw it in the front at least for now, get that adjusted, possibly torque the head down since I now have the head gasket here, and then work my way from the bottom up. So started from the bottom. Okay, so suspension is swapped out with the wagon, and surprisingly the tire still clears. This one's sitting in the fork correctly. In the fork, this one is off by like half an inch, but I ain't tripping because that's just gonna come off anyways. So yeah, the suspension that came off of the wagon was originally for the CRX, my drag suspension. They are Isanti or some shit like that. Infinite speed tuning and one damper type R. If anybody can find any information on these, let me know in the comments below. They ride fucking super solid. They're 4EG DC with a bigger fork, but definitely the springs are what I was shooting for. And it has, right now it's super soft, so I can go stiff in the rear, even more stiffer in the rear if I wanted to try and improve my 60 foot or whatever the fuck. But yeah, so now I'm gonna have to get those on the CRX and then throw the slicks on, adjust it where I want the tire gap to be. If you guys are running traction, well, doesn't matter if you're running a traction bar or a cross member. If you guys have it off the car, be sure to put that mother sucker on before your suspension. Why? Because these two 17mm bolts are not accessible when the fork and the shocks and shit are on. So, or when the axle's on, it actually sits right here like so, right? So get that shit bolted up first before you do any other suspension installation. But so the cross member is another good cross member I picked up off of Facebook, and got it inspected. No cracks, no bends, no bows. So I powder coated it black, or no, I didn't powder coat it. It's single stage black, and then I pretty much wiped the sway bar down. Hold on a second. I wiped the sway bar down. No grease, no grimes. I did new sway bar bushings that goes to the subframe right there. New bushings right here. And then I did new propane inserts for the lower control arm on the crossmember end, on the shock end here. It has brand new OEM Honda inner rod with boot. It has new OEM Honda outer, made in Japan. You see that? Recommended by my buddies from Synergy because OEM is best, right? Painted the lower control arm black. So front suspension is fairly new. Not fairly, it is new. So I'm going to be installing the traction bar adjust my suspension, throw it on, throw the slicks on, see how it looks. I got one of my suspension on. With it being on without adjusting it when it came off of that car, it already looked too high. So I adjusted about an inch from the body going upward. You can kind of see where it was originally sitting before I maxed it out for the wagon. So I moved it an inch up and about to throw on one of the slicks, jack it up. I have not adjusted the other side yet, but jack it up, max it out, and see where the tire sits between the fender and make further adjustments. Throwing on my OG ass bow guards with shank style lug nuts. One thing I didn't do was put extended lug nuts. That's one thing I did not do. Specifically because I had forgotten, or yeah, maybe I just forgotten. But eventually I will. I'm shooting for like, I don't know, 2 inches in the front, 3 in the rear. Break it a little bit. As you can see, the car is already going up. I'm sure when I sit in the car, it's going to go down a little bit more. But right now, the tire gap in the front is definitely a lot bigger than the rear. So take the wheels back out, adjust it some more until I get that 2-finger gap. That's what I want. 2 fingers, so 3. So it didn't go up any much more than the last adjustment. I mean, like half an inch maybe. Sorry. This is like snug 3 fingers, and I want to get it down to 2. The problem was I had already maxed the body of the coilover going up, so this is maxed. Like I said, I'm sure the car would go a lot lower if when the car is more down to the ground, because all the weight on the top is going to be compressing the spring, even though it's already preloaded. Got a couple choices here. Fuck with the preload and drop it, or adjust the preload and do extended top hat.
to compensate for the amount of shock travel going down, because that's what extended hats are for. The thing is, my brother might have taken the top hats to throw in his car. Yeah, he did, because this is my 4-inch right here, my 3 inches over there, and the 1.5 is not here. And the 1.5 is what I need to drop on the front suspension. So I mean, I got exhaust piping right here. I do have a ton of top hats, and I can make some new ones now. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So I found a piece of that exhaust piping in the backyard, and the diameter is perfectly same diameter as the top hat. So with that being perfectly matched, this pipe shouldn't have any issue coming up that hole right there, like so. So I'm probably gonna extend this 1.5 inches. I'm gonna have to measure this out. If this is 3 inch, then I'll do 1.5 extension. If this is not, then I'm gonna have to measure the most I have of this pipe before it starts flaring right there at the end, and then split that in half so that way they're both equally extended. I had 3-inch extended hats on here before. You can see that wet missing on my hood, that low life. But this shouldn't have any issues with clearing the hood. Since there was a 3 on here before, this is gonna be 1.5, give or take. So yeah, let's continue building this top hat. Alright, so I got this measured out and split in half. It is 1 3/16. Not quite 1.5, but in theory that should allow me to close the gap somewhat. So I threw this on my table sander and just kind of had my thumb on it like this and just kept turning it until it polished itself out. But cut the top hat right here with my Makita battery powered grinder. Then I got the other half right here, ground it down so I can get a good weld on here. Focus, please. Come on. Anyways, you can see here, this is circular. This is the front top hat. This is oval shaped. Well, it's technically circled, but it has this oval thing right here. That's for the rear, but I'm gonna use it for the front. Here we have the 1 3/16, and then you have the stock one on the right. You see that? For the amount of shock, for the amount of you know, inches drop in your car, you'd want to extend it to that amount, no more than 3, because you're gonna have to put a hole through your hood. But this extends the life of the shock, the longevity, when you're lowering your car on shock setup, or if that makes any sense. Anyways, perfect diameter to the top portion here. So let's get to welding. I'm a little afraid because this is really thin and I have bad habits of burning through this, so let's get it. So when I cut this, it had all that little debris, the burr, still in here. It's always nice to have a deburring tool. What you do with this is you kind of run it on the inside. It's a swivel neck, so you just do it a few times,
Takes all the burr out, cause it to not have all those little splinters and shit, or you know, see how it's nice and perfect, no burr. Get yourself one of these. This is sponsored by my work or so. Yeah. Not the best, but I mean, I didn't clean it, so that's probably why I was smoking and burning through like crazy. But I got the inside welded, the outside, top and bottom welded. About to give it a nice coat of black. I just so happen to have a ton of the energy suspension because I used the ones for the LCA, and these also came from for the top hat. It's the shock mount bushing set, so I'm not gonna have to. I need this little what do you call that, spacer thing? But got new bushings for the top, so I'm gonna give this a nice coat of black. I don't know why it's so blurry, and put one side on. So if this allows me to close that gap a little bit, then I'll work on the other side. So yeah, it's getting dark. It's like 8:40 right now. Okay, so extended top hat on, painted red just because I didn't have any black. Suspension is red, car is red, should look good. Anyways, I undid the preload about, you can see it, this is about a pinky gap, and here is about 2.5 fingers, or 2 fingers. So barely 1, 2. I kept this thread. See how I can explain this. So I threaded this up until this was sticking out of the top hat about halfway, and then I bolted it down, causing this to preload. So now this is completely preload. This shit doesn't even turn, and if I need to make adjustment in height, all I got to do is unscrew the body, go down, the car will go up. So that now just gave me more room to adjust my height. I'm about to throw this one in now, see where this is at. If I need to adjust it, I will. And then if it's good and dandy, I'm gonna pull this back out and match it over here. Got the other hat drying out before I paint it red. So let's get to installing this back in the car and see what I adjusted the body of the coilover about 1 inch down, or 1.5 inches. I didn't calculate it, but we're sitting at 2 finger gap. The car is off the jack stand. It's supported by the jack itself, so all load is on that suspension. Right now it looks good, so I should be pulling it out, matching that one up to this one, do the same on the other side, double check it, make sure it's 2 finger gap, and then continue putting the axle and probably do the shift linkage, everything under the car, just so I can put it back on the ground. And then yeah, getting somewhere.
Left suspension came out of the driver's side. I matched the passenger side. Preloaded the springs. Don't even give a shit about the paint. I just sprayed on here because no fucks. It's 9 o'clock, I think, if not later. I'm gonna install these in the car now, and getting tired again. Didn't quite get to where I wanted to finish tonight. It was just a shift linkage I wanted to throw on the car, but I didn't. Suspension is on. I adjusted the driver's side, so it's definitely matched up with the passenger side now. 2-finger gap, snugged. Definitely going to continue this tomorrow. Ending the night late again. Definitely got some things done. Not quite everything I wanted to get done tonight, but suspension is on. Preloaded it. Adjusted to the height I want it to be to clear my slicks. Got the traction bar in place. Got some extended top hats made. Got one of my intercooler shipped in today. Fuck FedEx. Got my new gear from Four Bangers Production. Tonight they're gonna be releasing. He's gonna be releasing more gear on his page, and I'm probably gonna be back buying again for the 3rd time. But anyways, definitely, like I said, progress is better than no progress, and I got a ton of projects I'm kind of jumping around on right now. We're gonna be taking this on a 300-mile trip in like 3 weeks, so I gotta get this shit done. Track is coming up first though, so I gotta get this one done and on the dyno as well. But I'm sure I can do it. Just gonna be them late nights again. Tired as fuck. But anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more, subscribe if you haven't also subscribed already. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, and this car will see you guys in the next video.